Welcome to the second video in our series of Rehabbing Houses 101. We're in front of an ugly house, but it's starting to get less ugly. So if you want to make a lot of money flipping houses, you're going to want to watch this video. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Coach Spur, the Clever Investor here. I'm with my superstar real estate agent slash investor, Austin Zabak.
What's going on?
All right, we're here in front of the Tempe rehab, and you can see work has begun. We've already, dumpster has arrived. We've already ripped the roof off. All the old shingles have come off. We trimmed the tree back. It's a lot less tree-y, and now we're in the middle of rehabbing the property. I was just walking him around so that way we can start to get a game plan when we actually go to sell this thing. We can hit the market and, you know, make some money.
Make some money.
That's what it's all about. But so I was giving him a little bit of a tour. I thought, hey, let's bring you guys along with us. So you can see we already started kind of game planning how we were going to do our landscaping, like I said in our last video. And if you haven't watched that yet, I'd go back and watch that other video. But we already started ripping out some of the old wood border around here. This is now the second dumpster we've filled up. We've already closed this in. If you guys remember from the last video, this was a walkthrough to get to the backyard, and this is where the laundry room was, and it was an exterior laundry room, meaning there was no AC or cooling or anything that led to it. You actually had to walk out of the house to get to it. So we closed it in, and we're trying to get creative to run some of the AC into it. We have officially used to have two doors here. We knocked this door out. We're about to fill this in. We'll probably do it this weekend where we fill this in with block or this brick, and you won't even know that there used to be a door here. And then when you come in, you can see demo has been completed. So if you remember last time when you walked in, there used to be a wall right here. That wall is now officially gone. We ripped the wall all the way out, opened this thing up. So now when you walk in, you're gonna be able to see all the way, front and back, really opens the room up. Once we already knocked a hole there in the block, and now there is a window that we just installed. Over here, we're starting to put in our fake wall, right? So we're covering up this brick to put a fake wall because currently the electrical is over there, and we need to be able to punch through and get the electrical to right here. That way, when we actually build a wall right here, we're going to put that reclaimed wood, give it a little bit of a sizzle factor, and they'll be able to put a TV up against there. Electrical is all being done. That comes the beginning of next week. So all these fans are going to get pulled out, and the actual, instead of having to, you know, plug it in old school style, we're going to go ahead and run the electrical, so it'll actually be nice. Check this out. This is pretty cool. Look how fast this turned. Now when they walk in, the kitchen is going to be all up against this back wall. You can see here we had to make a choice. This is actually really cool. Originally we thought we were going to have to trench and go right through this concrete and trench to run plumbing from the old kitchen to where we want the sink to be in the new kitchen, which is going to be right underneath this window that we created. But we brought over a plumber, and the plumber's like, why would you do that? Instead of running it and having to dig everything up, why not instead patch into the sewer line out in the back and pop in through the outside of the house? So we actually saved about $1,000 worth of demo and trenching just by popping it in the back, which was pretty cool. The rest of it is just all demo. This thing is, we ripped out all the carpet. The rooms are now ready. They don't stink as much either. It used to stink really bad in here. Here's the master.
Yep, the master bathroom in the back.
Yeah. And we ripped out the whole entire bath, if you want to come in there real quick. That's going to look so much nicer. It's going to be, first off, this was the smelliest room in the entire house. Like, it was bad. Like, you couldn't even go in there. We're going to build a really nice shower with all tile work all the way up. Nice glass, enclosure and all that.
That'll be really nice.
Yeah. Demo got done. We did it in about, what do you say, 3 days, something like that. We were able to get it to this phase here. Got the landscaping started. We actually have the plumbers in the backyard right now. They're working on getting this all ready. Next steps, electrical need to come in. We had to punch a vent up there because we have to have the proper ventilation for all of our appliances and all that stuff. So next week, early in the week, we have the roofers coming back to finish the roof. The painters, the exterior painters, are going to be coming in here soon to get some of the painting going. All this block masonry work and all that's going to get finished. And then come in the backyard real quick. We filled up the pool. It hasn't leaked, which is a really good sign. That means the pool is holding water. Obviously, we got to get all new pool equipment. So as soon as the plumbers and everybody are done doing their magic, we're going to rip all that pool equipment out, add all new pool equipment, get the pool looking in right and tight shape. And then you can see we've already cleared out all the overgrown landscaping, the trees. We're leaving the shed. We figured somebody we'll paint it with whatever the color of the house is. And we budgeted for 6 sheets of plywood. We went through 16 sheets of plywood. That's how bad the wood rot and stuff was. But you can see we've already replaced all the rotten wood so that way the roofers can do their thing. And the tree is gone. No more tree. So you're out of here, tree. And then let's see. I almost want to get up there, but I don't want to kill myself. But I'm going for it. Give me the camera. I'm going to show you. Look at this. See here, the roof. The roofers are going to come back now that we have the hole punched in there. So that way for the ventilation. The AC goes on next week. The roofers are going to come back. One thing we notice is that the pitch is there's not enough of a pitch to run shingles, so we're actually going to roll on the roof. This guy's got a big pitch. You can see here, it goes way up and way down, so you can have shingles. But it's only a 1 foot pitch on this roof, so we can't do shingles. So we had to go to a plan B. It's not as pretty looking, but it'll work, and it'll be up to code. What are you doing? It's my camera. It's my camera now, son. All right, so, we got caught. We got caught with the city, the Register of Contractors on day number 1.
Yep.
So, we decided that we were gonna pull permits. We decided after we got caught to pull permits. So what we did is we went and found a draftsman. All right, we called like 20 draftsmen. And all of them were like, I'm so busy, I don't have time, it's gonna be $2,700. And so I started calling my other investor friends in town, got a referral to one guy. We called him, he's like, look, it's gonna be like, 3-4 weeks and I can get to it and it'll be $1,800. So Garrett called me back and was like, dude, he wants to take 3 weeks at $1,800. I said, you call him back right now and you tell him we're gonna pay him $900 and it needs to be done by next Monday. And he called, and then he called me back and said, we got it. And I'm like, boom. You gotta be pushy sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta tell people how to do business with you. And because I told him, I said, sell the dream to him. When you call him back, look, we're rehabbers. We're gonna do not one house a year like a normal client, right? We're gonna do one house a week. So if you want 52 times we come to you and do a draftsman deal with you, which, by the way, the difference between an architect and a draftsman, architects, like if you need a full set of plans and you're adding additions and doing major rehab, then you're going to want to go to an architect, all right? But for something small like this, where we punched a couple holes in the masonry, we're moving a little bit of plumbing, we're opening up some walls, we're not adding any additional square footage. This is considered additional square footage. This will add about 100 square foot because this used to be like a shed where the laundry room was, and now it's part of the actual house. So once we, see, we had to raise this concrete. All right, and so once we got this flush, now that we're going through a Draftsman, if we pull permits, we could probably get this included, additional about 100 square foot, which will increase the value. But since we weren't doing major rehab additions, that kind of thing, a Draftsman's perfect. And like I said, we got it for $900 and got it done in a week. So push back on some of your vendors and your subs. They're gonna try and tell you because they're all freaking lazy or they're triaging their world and they're like, hey, I'll get to you in 2 weeks. No, if you want this money, you gotta go now.
What other challenges did you run into?
You
The
know,
pitch, it sounded like the pitch.
yeah, so this house is kind of funky. So, and Garrett's the one who's running the project, so he knows more than I do, but the story I got was it goes from 9 foot to 8 foot.
Got it.
And that's only a 1 foot slant. And because it's only a 1 foot slant, you can't do shingles. You need at least a 2 foot slant or something like that.
Interesting.
I don't know enough about construction, and that's how I teach my students to rehab houses, because I believe that your time, unless you're a if you're a handyman by nature, you love tinkering and like you want to work with your old man and do a project and it's just a side hobby for you, I say, do the work. For me, as an investor, my job is to put my money into motion or somebody's money into motion and keep turning it and keep earning profits, right? It's all about profits. Never fall in love with the house, always fall in love with the numbers. And so for me, Garrett loves the tinkering. That's why he's my partner. You do all that stuff. I'll go find the next deal. I'll go raise the money. I'll put the business together, run the business, that kind of thing. And so from what he was explaining, we can't do shingles. It costs, the house doesn't have enough profit built into it to rip the whole roof off and raise it up. And actually, the house down the street is the exact same model, but they raised it up about 3-4 foot. So when you walk in, this goes way up and back down.
Yeah.
Even though I like that, if I was gonna live in it, that's exactly what I would do, but you don't fall in love with the house. You're not gonna live in it. And financially, it didn't make any sense for us to do that. So we shifted to a rolled roof instead of shingle, and that's been our only major challenge.
Sure.
The things that we thought were gonna be a massive challenge,
Didn't turn out to be.
didn't turn out to be that big of a deal, like the plumbing and stuff like that. We've already had bids on everything, pool equipment, and I always recommend that you get 3 bids, right? So we had 3 different pool companies come out here. All 3 of them were investor referrals from other people that we've networked with in this industry and said, who do you use for pools? Who would we use for pool equipment? Got 3 people out here, bid all 3, and it's not necessarily the cheapest. You don't always just go with the person that's the cheapest, right? You go with the person that, there's like a decision factor that I kind of go through. Are they affordable? Do they do quality work? And what's the speed of their work? Mm-hmm. And for me, time is money. So sometimes I'll pay more to get it done quicker. And in this case, this person was the middle of the 3 bids for the pool equipment and the fastest. So I was like, boom, you're hired, let's do this.
There you go.
The other thing we're up against is just the changing market.
Yeah.
And you know that better than anybody right now. It's like,
Sure.
We got to get this thing out by the end of January, this has to be hitting the market, right? So we have the rest of December and part of January, and even in this little house, we'll stage it, because we want, unless we pre-sell it, which may or may not happen, we'll stage it so that way we can move it very, very quickly. Our back end number right now is about 315,000 to 330,000, but the market's kind of softening out here. Mm-hmm. Our thing that we have going for us right now is that we're in Tempe, which is one of the hottest areas, local. It's centrally located, and ASU is in Tempe. It's got some of the best schools in Tempe right down the street, and so we have that going for us. And we got you, baby. When we got the best agent in the game.
Exactly.
Always hustling. So Yeah, and then obviously the last challenge was getting caught by the registrar of contractors because we were just going to come in and out.
Yep.
Even though it's a bad idea. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Pull permits. So now we got to do the Draftsman thing. That's $900 we didn't plan on. And then I'm sure when we go down to the city of Tempe, they're going to give us some changes, some hard time. Some, if not, it's like $10 or $9 to file for permits. So it's not that expensive. It's just now we got to do it.
Right.
Because if we don't, and the registrar of contractors comes driving by again, what happens is they red tag your rehab. And since they've already given us a warning, if they red tag it, any subs or contractors or any workers that touch this place after a red tag has been posted will get fined immediately if they do any work. And that's what sucks, because every single sub is like, I'm out, I'm not touching your place. So work stops instantaneously. So don't piss off the register of contractors. Pull your permits. Do it the right way.
For sure. What's the estimated time of completion?
I'm hoping to get this thing done in beginning to middle of January.
Okay.
That's my goal. I think we can do it. We're moving really fast. The only thing that can slow us up is permits with the city of Tempe. That might take 2-3 weeks. Yep. And I can't really I got to get this dumpster out of here fairly quickly. So as soon as we're done with the rest of the clean out and all that, I'm going to pull the dumpster and get it out of here. Now that we want to do electrical the right way. See, this is aluminum electrical, which is a lot of these older houses have that, and we need to run upgraded electrical. So we have to come from the box and run all the upgraded electrical.
Got it.
Which, that's kind of next steps. So roof is next step. AC is next step. Finish the plumbing is next steps, and then wire the house, roughing the electrical and all of that. We're gonna see if we're working really hard to see if we can get AC to this room. You can see that there's not a lot of space. This is one of our challenges. You can see there's only like 7 inches right here. So to come and punch in a vent. But it's going to be hard to do that when there's only a few inches. So it might just be whatever AC comes out of this thing just goes into that room. And it'll be as cool as that room gets at this point. Rehabbing houses 101.
Gotta love it.
All right. Well, now you know, this is kind of a end of demo update. I'm going to keep you guys posted. I want to bring you along for our journey just because rehabbing houses is a ton of fun. I'm not here swinging hammers. I'm not stressing out about picking materials. I'm not even listing the house. I'm not doing barely anything other than come here, I walk you guys around, I kind of from a high level manage the project, but I help source the deal, I helped put the money together for the deal, and I do this with you guys. So it's pretty sweet, and I get to cash checks when the deal's done, which is the best part.
Sure is.
That's it for this one. We'll see you guys on the next video. If you haven't liked our videos yet, please do so right now. Leave a comment down below what other suggestions you have for future videos, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. And by the way, if you don't follow Austin Zabak, I would go over and check his channel out too. Young hustler. This guy, if you don't know him, he was actually came through my program. How many years ago?
4 years ago.
4 years ago, came through the program. At the time, he wasn't licensed. He was just getting into real estate, trying to figure it all out. What were you doing at the time?
Just quit my 19th job.
No big deal. Just quit my 19th job.
Yeah.
You say that with such pride. I'm never having another job again.
Yeah.
But you got into real estate.
I did.
Taught you the wholesaling business, which was cool. Lit the world on fire with that. Then he went and got his real estate license and absolutely dominated. His first year in real estate, how much did you sell?
Like $20 million worth of traditional real estate.
$20 million worth of traditional real estate. Then we became friends and we did a bunch of deals together. Then we were partners for a little while. Now he's my agent. Absolutely killing it, doing YouTube. He runs a marketing company. This is the guy who bought my Lambo, by the way. If you guys want to still see proof of funds, Cody's old sweet Lambo. This is now Austin's Lambo. He's always cruising around town in it. I can hear him coming from a mile away. I'm like, whoa! That thing is so loud.
That's loud. It's really loud.
Very successful young
I appreciate
millennial. I don't even know. I don't want to say young man because
Who knows?
how old are you now?
23.
Freaking driving a Lambo.
23. Yeah, I'm getting old.
Getting old.
Getting old. Hey, but seriously, if you guys aren't like seriously dedicated to Cody, you got to get dedicated because he is gonna freaking blow up on YouTube in the next few months. He's gonna go with like 40,000 subs to 400,000 subs. If someone's gonna do it, it's gonna be him. And I wouldn't have achieved anything that he just talked about if it wasn't for him literally right there. So guys, you're following the legend himself. And let me tell you, he's just getting started on YouTube. So definitely make sure you stay tuned.
Oh, all right, guys. See you guys on the next video.
Hey, listen, while you're here, right after you subscribe to my channel, go ahead and grab my free book, How to Flip Houses with Little to No Money Down, by clicking the link down below in the description. It's my gift to you, and it's a step-by-step guide on how I got started in real estate and how you can too. Hope it helps.